K.T. Gutenberg said that he sees Europe on the edge of collapse, the European Union. Are you more optimistic than he is?
Nope.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so. So take us down that road.
We now have electrified fences being constructed, again, between countries that were borderless until very recently. Recently, I traveled from Austria to Germany, and I had to wait for 1.5 hours in a traffic jam going through the border. What border? We didn't have a border between Austria and Germany until very recently. The European mess is due to the ruling elites everywhere. In France, in Italy, in Greece, in Germany,
right.
We are all responsible for it. But we have truly functioning, proper democracies at the level of the nation state. So Germany is a functioning, proper, good democracy.
Do you see Germany as the single hegemonic force that matters?
What has happened over the last few decades, especially with the advent of the common currency, is all the significant, substantial decisions, including budgetary decisions, have been shifted to the European Union institutions. And the European Union institutions do not suffer from a democratic deficit. It's like saying you arrive on the moon and you take your helmet off and suddenly you realize there is an oxygen deficit. No, there is no oxygen deficit. There is no oxygen. This is the European Union. In the European Union, there is no democratic deficit. There is absolutely no democratic process. Therefore, no one accepts responsibility for the Eurogroup's decision. No one. The most bankrupt states create deflationary forces which now have come home to the core, to Germany, to the extent that Wolfgang Schäuble, the German finance minister, is attacking the central bank for pushing interest rates below zero, as if shooting the messenger is good, sound policy. It really is very simple. The system is not working politically. It was impossible to know what this negotiation was about. Who do you negotiate with? The IMF. You talk to the IMF, they said, oh, you're absolutely right. We need a debt restructure yesterday, otherwise there's no sense. The figures don't add up, which is what I was saying too. But you are going to have to completely destroy the labor market protection schemes. Trade unions have to go and so on. Go to the Commission, which reflects more the German position, the German Chancellor's position. Don't even think about the debt restructure. Trade unions are fine. We don't need labor market reforms. The opposite of what the IMF was saying. Now, each one of those creditors of ours had red lines that were different amongst them. So it was just red lines everywhere. It was impossible to tread anywhere without stepping one of the creditors.
Right.
And you can see it now. Now we have a Greek government that surrendered last summer. Don't for a moment believe what you read, that the Greek government is saying no and it is delaying and this is why there is no agreement. The Greek government is expecting the creditors to tell it what to do. They have surrendered, they're ready for it. The problem is that the creditors are disagreeing with one another.
Have you commented on Brexit, one way or the other?
Oh yes, I'm campaigning. What I say to my friends in Britain, on television and various events is you must reclaim your democracy, and to do so you must stay in the European Union and fight with the rest of us to democratize Brussels.
Fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, Yanis Varoufakis, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks,